Control your emotions. You've probably heard this before. You've probably heard of stoicism. You've probably heard of reprogramming your subconscious mind. And one aspect of reprogramming your subconscious mind is controlling your emotions. And obviously, don't suppress your emotions. Don't restrain your emotions. If you need to feel sad, feel sad. If you want to feel happy, let yourself feel happy. But you need to be able to create as many positive emotions within you as possible in order to create the reality that you want. Our subconscious only knows emotions, and once it feels an emotion, it must express that emotion. When you watch the news and you feel negative, you then express that negativity into your life. When you go on social media, you see someone arguing, fighting, you have to feel that emotion and then express that into your reality if you do feel that emotion. But most things are so fucking emotional nowadays. TV shows, movies, the news, social media. Do you have positive thoughts on your mind or negative thoughts on your mind right now? Answer that question. Seriously. Do you have positive or negative thoughts on your mind? If they're not positive thoughts, you need to do something to change that, because this world is only feeding you negative emotions, negative thoughts. Actually, you shouldn't even really look for the external world for any positive emotions whatsoever. You should look for your internal state to change your external reality rather than your external reality changing your internal state. When you say, oh, this made me happy today, oh, this makes me sad, this makes me angry, this is you playing the victim. And when you are the victim, you're so disempowered, you aren't able to create the reality that you want. But if you're able to do things like visualization, affirmations, or just think positively in general, you basically create a positive emotion out of thin air, out of nowhere, without anything external creating that internal state, right? The more you do this, the more you're able to break that thought pattern, that thought cycle that I know you're in right now. Because everyone gets into those negative thought patterns. You wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't have that negative thought cycle constantly on your mind. But that's just human nature. That's just what the society keeps feeding us. Negativity, negative energy, negative emotions. And then we have to act this and reflect this into our reality subconsciously. This is what our subconscious mind does. When it feels an emotion, it needs to express that fucking emotion. But like I said, our subconscious mind only knows emotions. So when you do visualize, when you do use affirmations, you need to do this with the emotion behind it. You need to say, I'm confident, and feel as confident as possible, or say whatever the fuck you're saying. That's just one example I always use in my videos, because I've seen people, I've literally coached people that say, oh, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident. Like, dude, you're not going to be fucking confident if you're sitting there saying it like that. You need to shout that shit. You need to roll your shoulders back, have some good posture, take some deep breaths, and literally fucking yell that shit and feel the emotions behind that. And then your subconscious mind will feel like that is you. This takes practice. It takes practice to get out of your negative thought cycle that you are constantly in, because I know you're constantly in this negative thought cycle. You wouldn't be watching the video this far. Thank you for watching the video this far, but you would not be watching the video this far if you had positive thoughts. You wouldn't be on YouTube if you had constantly positive thoughts. And this is the place that we want to get to, because this is when we start to create our reality. This is when our subconscious mind, which if you didn't know, our subconscious mind runs 95% of the day. If your subconscious mind, your subconscious beliefs, thoughts, emotions are in line with the goals that you want to achieve, with the life that you want to live, with the things that you want in life, if it's in line with that, then 95% of the day you are creating your reality on autopilot, subconsciously, naturally, without you even thinking. And then that 5% of the day that you are thinking about, you're going towards your goals. So 100% of the day you're going towards your goals. But if not, if you have negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative habits, then 95% of the day your subconscious mind is taking you in that opposite direction that you're trying to go for that 5% of the day. And this takes time, this takes practice, this takes patience. Like I said, you probably have this constant negative thought cycle that you need to break by using affirmations, by journaling as if you are your future self, by using visualization, by doing things that give you that positive energy, that positive emotion. Then your subconscious mind will start to think differently, it'll start to feel differently, and it'll express that into your reality. The more you practice this, the more you'll get better at this, and the more you could just break that negative thought loop throughout the day. And each time you break that negative thought cycle, and start a positive thought cycle, a positive cycle of emotions. This is like 1 rep in the gym. 1 rep, it's not going to do too much for your fucking muscles, but over time, the more you do this, the more gains you get, right? The more you do this in your mind, the more gains you get, the more positive you feel, the more habitually you'll just instinctively break that thought cycle, put in some positive thoughts, put in some positive emotions. The more you do this, the easier it'll be to create the reality that you want. So go put in the work. Like I said, use affirmations, visualization, whatever you can do to reprogram your subconscious mind. But make sure you feel the emotion, because without the emotion, your subconscious mind won't understand what the fuck you're saying.